The Joe Rogan Experience.
So if you're going to put someone on sort of a preventative protocol for COVID, you would recommend quercetin, and you can get it. I just bought some on Amazon after you brought it up because I wasn't taking quercetin.
Yeah.
Quercetin at what dose?
Well, what we started off just for daily use, because the benefit of quercetin is it drops the inflammatory cytokines. It increases mitochondria, so you produce more cells, so you produce more energy, ATP. That was what we were using for, and it was 500 milligrams twice a day. And zinc was 15 to 30 milligrams twice a day. And in the past 20 years, I've been sick 13 days. And what I started seeing in our population, because we do a monthly questionnaire to our patient population, and we have 2 questions about allergies and about infections or colds. And we started seeing years ago that the number of colds people were having were dropping and their allergies were improving. And honestly, I didn't understand why until COVID, and I started looking at how the immune system is influenced by things like zinc and certain of testosterone. Testosterone stimulates the CD4, CD8 cells, which are the immune cells that help to defend us against infections, viral, bacterial, innate immunity, as well as it increases something called interleukin 10, which is an anti-inflammatory product, and it drops the inflammatory interleukins. These are the cytokines or produced by our immune system to help fight off infections by sending out an attack against them, which is a biochemical attack, other than just antibodies.
So you got zinc, 15 to 30 milligrams twice a day, quercetin,
500 milligrams twice a day. That's preventive. Treatment, and we've had to treat patients outside of our practice, is 1,000 milligrams twice a day with 30 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams twice a day of quercetin and 30 milligrams twice a day of zinc.
And this is for someone that has COVID.
That's someone who's active.
And what's going on with zinc and quercetin and COVID? Like how
does it interact?
Yeah.
Well, the virus that gets into our cells, it gets into our cells through something called an ACE2 receptor, and that's what the vaccine is fighting against. They call it the spike protein. So on the outer membrane of the virus are these spikes. So it uses our own system to transport the virus into the cell. Once it's in the cell, the virus releases something called replicase. Replicase is a DNA reverse transcriptase protein that takes over our manufacturing at the ribosome to make more viral genome. Well, it turns out that the replicase has an area on it that if zinc attaches to it, shuts it off. So quercetin is called an ionophore. It carries charged particles into the cell. Otherwise, zinc sits outside the cell.
So zinc without a ionophore, is that a saying?
Ionophore.
Ionophore? Zinc
ionophore.
without an ionophore, it doesn't work.
Correct.
Interesting. So a lot of these people that are just taking zinc on its own.
It doesn't get in the cell, right? It doesn't go into the cell.
Yeah, generally speaking, it won't get into the cell at a high rate. It will, over time, get in because we have things that we take in like bismuth in our system from fruits and vegetables. We have EGCG from green tea if people are drinking green tea. We've got curcumin from food. That's why in India they don't get it. So they're getting some form of an ionophore, but if you want to really jam the zinc into the cells, use a quercetin or turmeric or